tranquil and calm.
Greens, bushes, trees of palm,
Swaying its way,
like music,
letting one go with it.
a land truly lavished,
Grown, nurtured, and cherished.
no wonder why all agree this is God's own country.
Kerala. Famously known as the land of coconuts. It is one of the Indian states, located on the Malabar coast in southwest part of India. Kerala is a popular destination for its tourism, beaches, backwaters, and tropical greenery. Some would say, it is a tropical paradise of waving palms along the wide sandy beaches. According to a popular theory, the name was derived from the Malayalam word Kara, and Alam, which means coconut land. Hinduism is practiced by more than half of the population, followed by Islam, and Christianity. According to Hindu mythology, the land of Kerala was recovered from the sea, by an axe-wielding warrior sage named Parasurama, who was commonly known by the believers as the sixth incarnation of Lord Vishnu. He threw his battle axe into the sea, and commanded it to recede. The sea obeyed, and a land emerged from the sea water, to reveal a land, known as Kerala, God's own country. Bounded by the Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea, Malabar coast was undoubtedly a strategic location for traders, especially among the Arabs. The arrival of Islam started when Arab traders came as early as the 5th century. They brought Islamic teachings to the Indians, resulting in peaceful gradual conversions from Hindu to Islam. However, only the lower class people such as fishermen and farmers accepted and embraced Islam. On 21st Rajab, 642 Hijrah, Malik ibn Dina, one of Prophet Muhammad's companions, went to Kerala to spread Islam. There, he met the king of Kerala, Cheraman Perumal. Because of the king's interest in Islam, Malik ibn Dinar invited the king to Mecca and meet the Prophet. King Cheraman accepted the invitation and sailed there, accompanied by 2 Arab traders, and Malik ibn Dinar himself. In Mecca, he converted to Islam and performed Hajj, and acquired his Muslim name, Haji Tajuddin. After spending 5 years in Mecca, King Cheraman decided to go back to Kerala, to spread the knowledge of Islam, but he died during the journey back, due to a serious illness. Malik ibn Dinar continued the journey and led the spread of Islam in Kerala, in the king's absence. He continued to fulfill the desire of the late king, to build the first Masjid, in India. The architecture of the Masjid was influenced by traditional Hindu temples style. Hence the first masjid was built in India, and it has been named upon him, as Masjid Cheraman Jumak, followed by 23 other masjids in 18 settlements, thus expanding the teachings of Islam throughout the land. During his reign, King Churaman divided the state into a few districts, with Malappuram being one of them, and was governed by Malappuram Paranambi. During the time, the Muslims of Malappuram lived harmoniously with the people of Hindu, under the ruling of the first Paranambi, after the death of Churaman Perumal. A masjid was built on behalf of the Paranambi for the Muslims in a land, known now as Valayangadi, as a gift for their support. They are very grateful for the masjid, as it allows them to live in peace, in the way of Islam. However, the harmony and peace came to an end, when a cruel and greedy Paranambi was chosen to rule. This Paranambi initiated a tax system, in which those who did not pay, can be sold as slaves. The Muslims rebelled against the tax system, enraging the Paranambi. He ordered his army to burn down their belongings, including the masjid. The Muslims then gathered inside the masjid to protect it, and to defend themselves while being surrounded by the army.
പള്ളിയിൽ ചെറിയ പള്ളിയാണ്. അതിൽ അവിടെയുള്ള കുറച്ച് വീടുകളുള്ളൂ. അന്ന് കുറച്ച് ആളുകളുണ്ടാവും. അവരെല്ലാവരും ആണും പെണ്ണും മുസ്ലിം എല്ലാ കുട്ടികൾ, ചെറിയ കുട്ടികളൊക്കെ എല്ലാം ഒരുമിച്ച് അവിടെ ആ പള്ളിയിൽ അവിടുന്ന് ഭക്ഷണം പാകം ചെയ്യുന്നു. അവിടുന്ന് തന്നെ റൗണ്ടിൽ വരുന്ന വെള്ളം കുടിക്കുന്നു.
After many failed negotiations, the Muslims decided to fight back. During the third midnight, the Muslims ambushed the army by sending the first group, and the battle lasted for the whole night. Blood was spilled, screams of agony heard, and corpses piled. Truly a sight one does not want to witness. More than 1,000 men of the Paranambi were killed. Unsatisfied, the Paranambi killed the remaining Muslims and burnt down the masjid. And 44 Muslims attained Shaheed. The harmony was lost, because of this Malappuram war. Many argued that there were only 43 Shuhadas, since one of them was a Hindu. It was then revealed that he actually embraced Islam, before fighting. Therefore, making him the 44th Shuhada. After the incident of the Malappuram war, the Paranambi and his family members faced death, one by one, because of a rare disease. Since believed that they were cursed, and to remove it, they had to rebuild the masjid and invite the Muslims back into the village. The Paranambi's descendant decided to bring back the families of the Shuhadas to the village. Thus Masjid Shuhada Kabeer was rebuilt again the year 1732. It gained the name Shuhada Kabeer as a memorial towards the 44 Shuhadas, who died risking their lives protecting the masjid. For more than 300 years, Masjid Shuhada Kabeer has been a place of worship and Islamic teachings for the Valayangadi villagers. Aside from serving its main purpose as a mosque, it has become a symbol of harmony between the Muslims and the Hindus after the Malappuram war. The masjid was inspired by Kerala vernacular architecture during the time it was built back in the 1700s. During those times, they took inspiration from old temples where it is influenced by the Dravidian and Indian Vedic architectural style. However, as an Islamic dwellings, it incorporated elements and decorations that complement and respect the religion, such floral and fruits ornamentations. Hence, the main features are focused more on the multi-tiered gable roofs, its unique ceiling works, ventilated spaces and complex wooden structures. The spatial organization of the masjid is simple, as it is defined by a rectangular plan consisting of 3 level of floors. The masjid can be accessed from all sides. However, the main entrance is located on the east side of the building, welcomed by a small area called as an antechamber. The masjid is fully decorated with various ornamentations that can be found throughout the masjid. On this floor, the prayer hall is divided into two sections. Rear prayer hall can be function as a lobby, while the main prayer hall only opened to the Jama'ah when it is time for congregational prayer of Solat Fardo. Fully decorated mimbar and mihrab are placed on this area. Ablution area is located right beside the rear prayer hall. The first floor is an extension of the prayer hall, and also function as a classroom for the Hafiz to gain the knowledge of Islam. On the second floor, more spaces for the Jama'ah is built, and it is constructed with complex and unique exposed roof construction responding to Kerala vernacular architecture. The whole structural system of Masjid Shuhada Kabeer is supported by a traditional foundation system, where a group of laid stones are compacted together on an excavated ground, to construct both foundation and ground floor slab. Constructed by using laterite stones, the masjid's walls relied on load-bearing wall system, which rested on the foundation and ground floor slab. From the main entrance, the antechamber is built 315 mm lower than the ground level, while the ground floor prayer hall is raised 415 mm higher. Door, window and arch are carved from all sides of the masjid. The masjid contains 72 columns in total, where a total of 12 timber columns are built on the ground floor. Both the prayer halls and the antechamber have 4 columns, with each columns are carved with different ornamentations. Timber beams are installed with exposed floor joist to transfer the overall loads into the columns without using any nails. The beams were carved with ornamentations, and layered with wood color finishing. Timber planks are arranged on top of the floor joist, and a steep timber staircase is attached, connecting the ground floor to the first floor. A continuation of laterite walls are constructed throughout this floor. A total number of 24 timber columns are placed in a rectangular grid pattern without aligned with any beams or columns underneath. Next, beams and floor joists are attached on top of the columns using complex joinery system. On the second floor, roof structure is constructed using complex and unique joinery system. Timber columns are attached to align with the columns perimeter from the lower floor. First-tier beams are placed on top of the columns, followed by a series of second-tier beams placed horizontally on top of it. Wall plates are used to connect the first and second-tier beams and to hold the rafters in place. 3 supporting columns are slotted in along the horizontal beam to hold the third-tier beam. A single timber plank is placed on top of the middle supporting column to hold the ridge of the roof. Ridge is placed along the timber plank, and joints are carved at both ridges and to assemble complex rafters arrangement. Rafters are slotted to the ridge, and are laid to rest on top of both wall plates. The construction of rafters at the joint is more complicated, where thick rafters are laid to rest on the joint first, followed by thin rafters which are slotted in to fill all the gaps. Purlins are slotted into each rafters, and battens are attached on top of it. Another wall plates are attached at the end of the rafters, for the construction of trellis work. Struts are arranged in alignment with the rafters position. A series of wall planks are laid to rest on the struts, and a floral-shaped steel windows are added. The construction of the roof then continues with the lower floor roof, where a series of rafters are attached along the floor joist. Purlins are slotted into every rafters and battens are attached on top of it. The roof construction then continues with the attachment of gable end at the Imam's room and the upper roof. The construction of the roof in the Imam's room is using the same principle as the main roof structure. However, an extension of ridge from the joint is added to construct the gable end, Rafters are placed along the ridge and a fascia board is attached at the end of it. A timber wall full of ornamentation is placed with 4 columns supporting it. Roof tiles are installed, and 6 thazakukadam or pinnacles are attached on top of the ridge to imitate the architectural feature of Kerala vernacular style. This ancient masjid has shown the authenticity of Kerala at its finest, bringing out the best of architectural elements, such as roof construction, thazakukadam, mimbar, mihrab, ablution area and variety of ornamentations. The most significant feature of the masjid is the hybrid of 2-tiered single hit with gable tile roof structure. The roof's gable end has been a symbol of religious harmony between the Islam and the Hindus. This gable was built in the form of a balcony with openings and balustrades, with the support of 4 columns, carved with Kerala archetypal style. It is heavily ornamented with hanging wooden fruit motifs, such as banana heart, lotus, and jackfruits. Each elements of the gable end including rafter, strut, balustrade, and fascia board has been carefully shaped and carved in detail by the Asharis. The thazakukadam is said to be derived from ancient temples, way before minarets and domes were first introduced in the 18th century. The purposes of these pinnacles are for decoration and as insignia for the sacred buildings in Kerala. The thazakukadam is forged and molded by different goldsmiths, explaining why there are 5 different thazakukadam design, and each one of it was heavily ornamented with different style and motifs. Inside the prayer hall, stands an elegant mimbar constructed completely out of wood. The base is constructed with 5 steps ascending to the platform. 4 columns are placed with balustrades are arranged in between the columns. A backrest fully decorated with floral motifs is attached. A series of beams and canopy are placed on top, covering both the platform and steps. Floral motifs covered with a thick layer of red, black, and silver finishing are carved, thus completing the construction of the mimbar. The mihrab is placed at the center of the main prayer hall as an indication of the Qibla. It is a protruding white wall, shaped into a semicircular niche. The capital is molded into a floral motifs with an overhead crown, and it is supported by 2 pilasters attached on top of a base. The molding of the capital is also constructed on the stairway enclosure located on the 1st floor. The ablution area of this masjid is very unique due to its traditional method for getting water resources. The ablution area roof is designed with an opening in the middle, with a kolar located below it. Roof structure is constructed sloping inward using the same construction method as the main roof. The opening acts as water canal for rainwater to be collected and stored inside the kolar. Masjid Shuhada Kabeer is widely known for its variety of unique and beautiful ornaments. Columns, ceilings, mimbar, mihrab, and thazakukadam are all carved and shaped by numerous asharis, each ornaments of its own unique designs and motifs. It is said that the various form of ornamentation was to show a different family contribution to the construction of the masjid. Some of the ornaments at the antechamber contains Arabic writings, explaining about the historical information of the masjid, culture, and tradition. Built during the year 1720, the masjid is given to the Valley Yangadi villagers, as a gift from the Paranambi. However, the masjid was completely destroyed on March 1729 due to the Malappuram War. It was rebuilt again on the same year, and took 3 years to complete. On July 21, 1984, an extension of prayer hall was done on the west side of the building due to the increasing number of Jerma. In the later years, the surrounding context and overall landscape of the masjid was improved, when a new shrine was built for the 44 Shuhadas. And when the main entrance to the masjid was added with a walkway, covered with a canopy for the comfort of the villagers, thus, ensuring the Muslim community to strive, and the teachings of Islam to blossom magnificently. Apart from having a significant history for almost 300 years, Masjid Shuhada Kabeer carries the identity of Kerala architecture as a perfect profusion of vernacular and traditional. It is a reflection of religious harmony which coexist between people with different religion and beliefs. The people live in a harmonious state, where social and cultural activities are carried out together regardless of their religion. The struggle and sacrifice of the people of the past will never be forgotten by the people of the present, ensuring the heart of Kerala to blossom throughout the passage of time.